This ain't your everyday tactical carry video. This is the daily forecast. As you can see, it is dark and warm, and this is Jay's Knives, and we're going to show you all around and what it's about. And going back to the forecast, we have sunny days coming up soon right here in the Whitewater Valley. In this video today, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about the history of this place, and a little bit about Jay's Knives, and a little bit about our creations. But first, I want to explain to you guys the history of this place first.
How did we get here?
We got here because, well, we got tired of being in the condensed space at our house and with little to none working areas. So we had to figure out a solution. Luckily, our good friend Ben helped us rent out this place, and we got it for cheap. And I am very thankful to be here today. And I couldn't be here without my best friend Jay and also Ben. And a little bit of history about this place is that this place used to be Cornell's Audio back in the 80s and 90s and somewhat in the 2000s. Well, actually it lasted in the 2000s. But I believe that the place shut down in the 2010s because most people, well, they were going to digital. Most of the people's society were going to digital. Personally, I still love physical media, and I'm sure that most of you do as well. Just like me, just like Jay, and hopefully you. But anyway.
Just for history, I'm going to cut in on Huey real quick. I thought this would be real interesting. This right here is one of the reel-to-reels that was left here. We're not keeping this one. This is Ben's. But it's a Maxell, and it weighs like 1,000 pounds. And it holds reels. I just thought that was interesting to have that on camera.
And Maxell is my favorite cassette brand of all time, next to Memorex.
So,
Ooh, careful now.
I don't want that to fall.
Yeah, that would be bad. That's a piece of history right there.
Let's just move that off to the side. Sorry about that.
No, you're okay. Thank you for showing us that fine piece of technology.
Yes, sir.
But anyways, back to what we were mainly about to show you guys. The knives that we have made. This is the knife that I made recently. I'm sure you guys can see that. Now this was a railroad spike. This was originally a railroad spike. Now it was a lot shorter, but with forging and with the heat, propane heat, we were able to expand it and make the blade slimmer.
We got a lot of our scrap metal from scrappers around Richmond. It just is what it is, you know. So, people want money and they have buckets.
And then this one, this is a different kind of railroad spike. This is one of those twisted spikes that you would see. And this isn't the one I worked on. Well, I kind of did work on it because I helped him flatten it out. But this one is a little bit harder than the railroad spikes because the railroad spikes are flat. But these have swirls on them. So therefore, it could be more difficult when you're forging and hitting them with the hammer.
Also, do not go, and we have not gone to any railroad. Do not go to railroad to pick up spikes. Purchase them from a vendor. That's where we got ours. And also we find ours from scrappers and things like that. But do not go to a railroad track. Do not go to railroad scrap. We haven't been there. Don't go.
Yes, because it is not allowed and it is illegal. So 10 out of 10 would not recommend.
We have not created any illegal activities. We've obtained our spikes all legally.
That is right. 100% true. And this is the last knife that I'm going to show you guys before we switch it over to Jay. And I like this one. I really like the way this one turned out. It's a little bit different than mine, which is fine. Everybody, you know, it's fine to be different. And, you know, I'm just going to do a side-by-side comparison here. I'm sure you guys can see that. And
So the blade shape on the right, my bad to cut you off, is my blade design. And then Huey's on the left is him trying to copy my blade design.
That's right. And with mine, I put paracord over the handle, and so far this one does not. It just has the railroad spike steel. So I hope you guys enjoy these, and if you guys want to start getting interested into doing these knives, please do so. If you have plenty of fun experiences, please leave them in the comments.
If you like tinkering, this is a good thing to do too. It's very therapeutic, it's calming. After an angry day, if you get into an argument with like a close friend or a family or work or anything, going to strike a hammer on a forge, like on the anvil after using the forge, is very satisfying.
And I agree. Sure, your body may be sore when you first do it, but after a while, after you get used to it, it's not too bad. It just builds up strength and character. So with the forging process, what we do is we use this Mr. Volcano Forge Master right here, and we use it with propane heat, and we make sure that the blade or the spike gets heated up to a red hot point. And then once it does, we pull it out with these tongs and we put them down on the sides, and we usually flip them around so that way both sides can get hammered. And the best way to do that is on an anvil. And I think that is the best way to forge.
So what did we do to our tongs that's different?
What we do with our tongs that is different, sometimes we have to readjust by holding down the spike with the hammer and then moving the tongs.
So then we figured out that we had to put fingers on it.
Mm-hmm.
So show them the fingers. They don't know what we're talking about.
The fingers are the edge spots right here.
Right here and right here.
Before, we didn't have these fingers.
Yeah.
And it was very impossible to pick things up.
Anything thin was just falling out of them.
It would just slip off like butter.
Yeah.
So we had to come up with a solution. So we came up with the finger solution.
Yeah, that's what we got. That's what we got. All right, guys. So I wanted to show you about what I had going on. Before, if you watched any of my videos, we had this piece in my old house and this one in my old house. And this is the new saw that I got so we can start making our handles. But we haven't worked on that yet. We're getting to that point. I have all of my tools and little intricate things and all my tinkering stuff here. And I have to do something with these generators. But he was talking about the propane and how we do this. We take a propane tank and we hook it up there and we ignite it. And we do our own way of igniting. And then after that, lights up, turns into fire. And we put our blade in there with the tongs and we just beat the hell out of it. So whenever we're working on some of these projects, we always try to wear our PPE. Like we always keep yourself, some hearing protection, some glasses on. Because like, for example, if you're going to do stuff like that I do, and you take the guard off of your sander, you're going to need a pair of glasses.
Oh, yeah.
And also make sure you wear a mask. If you're not wearing an N95 mask, at least wear a bandana. Bare minimum. Even if it's making you sweat and you're hot, wear a bandana. It's definitely worth it.
Safety first.
But some of the other things I've been working on is I just got this knife not too long ago and I put another edge on it. So that was cool. And then I just kind of left it there because it's like a $15 knife. It don't matter. And we got these really nice gloves not too long ago. This is where we've been. We've been hiding because it's been wintertime. And we've been getting all this set up. It took us like a month to get everything situated here. Like to get everything that we needed, everything hooked up, everything placed everywhere. There's a whole bunch of tools everywhere and everything like that. Then over here we have our antique post vise. My grandfather gifted this to me for some work that I did. I mean, I guess that's not much of a gift, but we still got a vise. It doesn't have its return spring, but who needs a return spring anyways? We don't need a return spring. So then over here we have our little anvils and our beater plate. So that's pretty awesome. That makes it pretty beneficial.
And this beater plate, it says patented April 8th, 1861 or 1864.
Wow, that was a long time ago.
Mm-hmm. Over 200 years old.
Yeah. So, some of the other things that we got going on, like he was talking about how this was an old broadcast station. There's a radio station. There's a radio tower outside, and this is some broadcast equipment.
It says this is the Telex cassette rewind module. This is what they used for broadcasting back in the day, because back then they used records, cassettes, and sometimes reel-to-reel depending on the age.
Look how simple that was. It's just a transformer with a motor on it, and the power supply goes in, and that was it.
And a couple rubber bands.
And one of the rubber bands is broken.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever. Still cool. Still cool.
And then we got the Sublime poster back there.
Well, I wanted to show this off. These right here are old coal steel cabinets, and look how beautiful they are. I know that they're like kind of rusty, and they don't close well. But I love these old metal cabinets. They're just so cool and vintage, you know? They still have all the original
dividers
and everything that are supposed to be in there. And then over here is a vintage sharpener I got from Dewey, one of my friends. He's an older gentleman, love him to death. But we got this right here, and that has helped us out quite a bit. Here's a really old safe that we don't know the combination to yet. We have to work on that situation. So that's pretty cool. You want to climb in there and I'll close it, Huey? That's why we have that piece of wood there, because we don't want it to close.
Yeah. And on top of that, we got this old fax machine. You guys remember fax machines, right?
So this right here was
got
my
foam and
grandfather's
everything.
shield. And yeah, he used this, and this was battle ready for a long time. It used to have a metal cap on the front here and a leather strap on the back, but it's far and few between. It's seen better days. But this was Robert Cheyenne Norwalt's shield. So, we walked right past him. You just got to see him briefly, but this is the knife that I finished.
It has the same paracord handle as mine does.
And this is the one that I'm working on for a friend. It's going to have a paracord handle as well. And this is another one right here. Pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff. So, this is Jay's Knives. And I'd like to introduce you guys to this place, and I hope that you guys have a blessed day. This ain't your everyday tactical carry. This is the Knife Master. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not a Knife Master. But I hope that you guys have an excellent day. Come visit us soon. It's been a while since we made a video, but stay blessed and stay positive.